There's nothing like the relationship between a writer and a reader. It's perhaps more intimate than any other, especially when you're writing nonfiction, writing about yourself, sharing parts of your lives that maybe you don't share with anyone else, but you're willing to put on the page. And I think that sort of communication and that sort of intimacy you can't get it anywhere else, truly. It's just a person looking at a page at something someone else wrote. I'm James T. Morrison. I'm getting my MFA in creative nonfiction. So I'm from a little town called Goleta, which is just north of Santa Barbara. I went to high school at Dos Pueblos. I graduated in 2001. So my journey here has been long and arduous, but well worth it. I went to Fresno City College for my AA, and then I got my BA here at Fresno State, graduated in 2022. Well, I'm going to continue writing, and hopefully continue getting published. From there, I plan on trying to get an agent for my books. Either way, publishing a book is what I would love to do, and eventually do what my mentors did for me, which is guide other graduate students as they hone their craft. I won the creative writing contest here a couple times, but I've also been published in some national magazine. I was published in Slate. I got to talk about my writing on a podcast called Death, Sex, and Money. And yeah, I've been published other places as well. Being published in Slate, not just because it's a big magazine with millions of readers, but because I got to talk about something important to me. The essay was about me, but also not about me at all. It's about the hundreds of thousands of people dying of fentanyl overdose deaths. And I feel as though I was able to share something with a wide audience that needs to be shared, that could potentially, help at least change someone's mind, if not help change policy. I've done a lot of stuff on campus with the Young Writers Conference. I've gotten to mentor young writers. I've been able to work with incarcerated youth on their writing projects. I was able to do a workshop with them, and actually we're planning on following up and actually going to the facility and doing some narrative craft technique writing in there, because I think it's really valuable for people who have been through the criminal justice system, especially at a very young age, to be able to sort of understand their experience better. And writing narratives is something that can really help with that, I've found. As someone who was incarcerated at one time in their life, to be able to give any kind of gift of reading or writing to that community is pretty special. Yeah, I think all of my experiences, whether it was in the criminal justice system, psychiatric facilities, being unhoused, all of those things have left an indelible mark on my life. They've allowed me to have true understanding for people. Compassion and empathy are amazing things, but it's a totally different ballgame when you've actually been there yourself. It's taught me not to judge people by the things that they've done, to know that there's redemption in everyone, and redemption doesn't always look like what we think it's supposed to look like. And so I just feel as though without my life experience, it's weird to say I wouldn't take anything back. Even everything I've been through, everything that I've done, people that I've hurt, of course, I wish that I hadn't put them through that experience, but I also know now what it means to be like a caring, compassionate human being. First, I'd like to thank my wife, Sarah. Without her, this would literally not be possible in so many different ways. She has supported me and pushed me to pursue my art, which I know not every spouse gets that kind of encouragement. I also want to thank my mother and father both. My father for a lot of emotional support and financial support over the years, my mother for the same. And I'd like to thank my mentors, Stephen, Brenna, and John. Stephen Church Brenna Womer and John Hales have all been instrumental in helping me shape my craft. And I'll never forget what they've done.